guys, today we are going to do a little bit more intense cardio workout. So we're going to take it up a little bit, but as always, I'm going to offer you some modifications so that you can keep it at your level, keep it at your comfort level. One of the things we're going to use today is our band. So got that green band, we're going to use this. And then if you have some blocks or if you can get near that front step of your, where you can work on a stair, maybe in your basement or whatever, that you can put your hands on, that might come in handy for this too. But I'll give you some modifications, especially if you don't want to get down into that deep of a knee bend. We can modify it this way too, okay? All right, you guys, this one's going to be a good one. I'm going to get that heart rate up, and it's going to be one that you can always add to some strength work coming up. I am going to stealthily add some strength leg work into this too. All right, let's start off with a wide stance. Our legs are going to go out, pointing those toes out, and we'll just warm those hips up as we go up and down. Yes, you guys know this one well. We're taking those hip bones straight down to the floor, keeping that torso up, crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. That's it. Opening those hips up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, now we're going to add an arm pull, pulling those arms down. So think about squeezing those shoulder blades behind your back. So this is where we start to add a few more complex moves, where we're utilizing both arms and legs and glutes. Getting more bang for our buck, which is great, right? We go 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it back down. All right, now we're going to add a little rotation and go to our right side. So I'm coming down into my squat. I turn my whole body, so see how my back leg rotates? So now I'm in a right leg lunge. And then I'm going to come back to the center, squat back down, and bring it back up. So it's down, pivot, into the lunge, bring it back. Now watch this on the knees. Make sure that the rotation is happening on that ball of the foot, and both knees are facing the opposite wall. Good, we want to add that rotation, pivoting out of the pelvis there. Bringing your flashlight out of your belly button all the way to the wall. Good, all right, now we can add some arm work. So we do a pull down, punch out. That's it, pull down, punch out. Pull down, punch out. Nice, we go 4 and 3. Adding that rotation, 2 more. Awesome, and final 1. Now we go over to the other side. So I'll start with just the rotation here. Down, rotate, bring it back in. This foot and knees stay pretty much where they are. And then we add that punch. Right arm comes across your body. So this crossing the body helps really get those diagonal lines of our fascia all warmed up. And my glutes too. I know you guys can feel it. We go 5 and 4. Nice, 3. Perfect, last 2. And final 1. Great job, you guys, bringing it in and down. Let's come back into our march, or this will be our, home base to march it out in between. Okay, next move is going to be our chair sit. So I've taught you this one before. Feet are just a tiny bit more than shoulder width apart. First of all, we're going to work on those shoulders. Kind of keep those lumbar shoulders in your back pocket. We're coming down into our squat here. Watch those knees. Push your hips back. And we're just going to raise our hands up to shoulder height. And then come back up. So we're going down into a squat. Raising those hands into shoulder height. Trying to limber those arms up. That's it. 6, 5, 4. I'm going to turn back and face you. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, now we're going to bring it back down into that squat. Raise those arms all the way up in the air like an eye, and then bring them down to your thighs. So all the way up and back down. Kind of whittle your way down there. Get deep. 8, then bring it back down. Shake it out. Nice job. Okay, this is where we're going to want that stair or block or box, whatever you have handy. I'm just going to use these yoga blocks. Sometimes I even use dumbbells. So if you have like a higher dumbbell, like an 8-pound dumbbell, turn it on its side and use it. I call these my stilts. So we're going to bend over at our waist here. I'm going to take our left leg behind us. Now, if you have knee issues and all this bending is really getting to you, then you can keep this standing leg straight. And we're just going to go into a leg extension here on the back leg. Now, if you don't have any problems with bending the knees, I'd love for you to try to come down into a squat where both knees are bent and then kick both back behind you. So it's down and up. This is going to get that heart rate up a lot more. Yes, but remember, do what's best for you. Protect that knee. So down and kick up. Make sure you're not arching your back. We go 8 and 7, 6, 5, hang in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Switching sides, we'll plant that left leg down and then walk it out a little bit. And then our right knee comes out. We bend both at the same time. Kick out. Yes. So block, box, whatever works for you. You could do this on the floor. You sure could if you could reach down there. You could probably even try your stability ball if you really have incredible balance. Let's go 4. I'm not coming back up from here. 3, 2, and 1, and bringing that foot down. Yes. Now let's bend down to the floor. So our knees come down to the floor here. And we are going to play with our first set of weighted leg work. So using our arms here. So remember, if you have shoulder issues, really want to try to pull those shoulder blades down away from your ears. Use your armpit muscles underneath here to support you. We're going to go into a plank position, and this doesn't have to look pretty, but I just want you to try a toe tap here. Tap the toes as you hold that plank position. That's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant both feet. Then go ahead and lower your knees to the floor. And we can roll up from here. And then we're going to get into that band. So here's what you're going to do. Take your band. It's going to be right above your knees. And you're going to put your knees together tightly. Take the band, pull it tight, right there at those thighs, and tie it into a really floppy bow. You want to get rid of as much tail out of your way as you possibly can. Okay? And if you don't start with those knees tight, then you won't get enough resistance. That would be terrible. Okay, so now we're going to plant the left leg, and we're going to step out into a right leg squat. So we're just kind of stepping out and getting that booty down, feeling that left leg. Yes, so you should feel it actually on both legs. If you wanted to use the blue band for this, you absolutely could. Or if you happen to have one that's already looped, you could do that. And just an FYI, the lower it is, the more resistance you're going to feel. So the longer the chain here. So I'm starting here with your knees to be kinder. And we're feeling this right here in these outside glutes. We got 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. March it out a little bit, and then we go, of course, over to our left side. So it's a step out, bring it back in. Try to get that booty low. By the way, if the knees again are bothering you, you could totally do this in a straight leg and absolutely feel benefits too. So just stepping out to the side and then bringing it back in. I know you feel that, but this gives you a little extra. But listen to those knees if they're wonky. Obey them. 5 more. 4. Nice. 3, 2, and 1, and bring it back in. We come back to marching, which is a little bit different with these little guys on your knees, isn't it? Okay, now what we're going to do is a step forward and step back. Watch the band, don't let it roll up, so you don't want to take huge steps forward. Step forward, step back. So notice I'm not dipping too much into a big knee bend here. You can do this without a huge knee bend. I'm just being really conscious of my knee people. 4 more. Like to count this out. 3. Whew. It's thundering today. 2. And 1. Nice. And then we march it out and we go to the other side. So forward, step, back, step. Forward, step, back, step. Belly button, center of gravity. Try to keep your balance right there. Yes. 5, 4. How am I counting this? Let's go 2 more. 1 more set. 1 more set. And 1. Yes, and see how you can add the arms here. I like that. Okay, so now we are going to do that. Anybody's starting to feel a little pressure there on the thighs, thinking you might have a little bit of bruising there? Hang with me, we can do this. Okay, so now we're going to go into diagonals. So we're going to step out. It would be, if you're going to clock, this is about 2 o'clock, and then come in to about 4 or 5 o'clock. So 2 and 5. So I'm just doing this angle. 2. This is your balance leg, and you're just going out and in on that right leg. And that's it, working those diagonals. Again, your belly button stays facing forward. Yes, and you certainly could do this with a band around your ankles. Like I said, it'll just be a little bit smaller step. Let's go 5 and 4. You know how I'm counting this one. And 3. Good job, guys. 2 more. And final 1. Awesome. Come back in. We go to the left side. So it's out and back. Landing on the right. Out and back. That's it. You, by the way, could also do this with no band. If you're still working on rehabbing those knees. Maybe you're holding on to a chair here, table, wall, whatever feels good for you. This is great on those hips. So we're working the medial glute right here. Anytime we're balancing on one leg, and of course anytime we have this banded resistance and going laterally or diagonally, getting right here, these guys, they're important. Let's go 3. Last 2. And final 1. I'm sorry, you guys, I can't count. And bring it back in. Woo! All right, bands can go off. Make sure that you can untie them. I'm trying to preserve your equipment, so careful with that. They will break, by the way, so be nice to your bands. Okay, let's go ahead and march it back out. We're going to go into another round. Of course, there will be little variations of everything that we just did. So let's start out with our feet wide. Arms are going to go up, and we're going to pull those knees down to our elbows, or elbows down to our knees. That makes more sense. Go 8, 7. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we go squat and punch. Back to the other side. Squat and punch. Can we go right and left? Squat and punch. Squat and rotate, punch. Squat and rotate, punch. Squat. There you go. Get that back toe and knee to the opposite wall. We got this. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back in, and we march it out. And then we go into our chair pose. So hands are in front. We're just going to go down into our squat. Raise those arms up. Weight goes back into those heels. Protect your back. Tucking that tail. All right, you guys ready to go bigger? Arms go straight up now. Straight up. 8, 7, 6. Try to keep those knees from falling inward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Adding on, we're going into a Y. We probably should have started here. It feels a little bit better. 5, 4. Keep working on that deep squat. 2, 1, and last one out to a T. 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower those arms. March it out. Good job. Okay, guys, this is where we want that block, box, dumbbell, elevated surface of any type. And we're going to go into our forward flex here. Watch your head so you don't get too dizzy. I'm going to start with my right leg behind me. My left knee is going to be bent. Both of the knees are going to be bent, and I kick up. That's it. Kicking right leg up to the ceiling and keeping that hip bone facing the mat rather than rotating towards the front of the room like that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold here. Left leg stays straight. Reach from crown to tail. Square off that pelvis. Right toe taps to the floor. Yeah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, bring it in. You can stretch out here for a second if you want. And then setting those shoulders down and back. Remember, you have the option to keep this right leg straight if you want. We're just going to bring this left one in. And here we go. Bend and straighten if that standing leg is able to. Bend. That's it. Keeping those hips squared off. Keeping your torso squared off to the floor. Reach from crown to tail here. We got 5. And 4. 3. You could certainly go up to the floor. And 1. And then hold it here. Square off that pelvis. Tap down and up. This feels better on my back. 5 and 4. We got this, you guys. 3. Last 2. Final 1. Oh, that feels so good. And then bring it back down. And then you can roll it up here. We're on the home stretch. Yes, great job. Back to the band now. I'm going to try wrapping this around twice. Let's just see what happens. I'll have to do it this way so I can tie it in the front. I have some that are loops, but I didn't want to use something that you guys may not have, so we're going to try this. Again, I would still keep it pretty tight with your feet together, so start off with your feet together. If you tie it with your legs already wide like this, you're not going to get a whole lot of resistance from that band. That might be your motive, but come on, we got to get better, right? Okay, so standing up, we're going to go out into the step. Ooh, I like that. And notice this time I'm keeping this leg straight, so I just want to show this variation. Stepping out. That's it, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switching sides, go out to that left side. Watch that band. Don't go too high or too wide out. If you go too wide out, it's going to start to roll up. Remember what I said, if you wanted to bring it down to the floor, you certainly can. Once again, your steps would be a lot more narrow. We got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, march it out. Now we're going to go right leg front and back. So we step forward and we step backwards. Step forward, step backward. Remember, not too huge of steps so you can get that band to stay where it is. You're going to feel it on those quads. Yes. You can bend that standing leg or you can keep it straight, whatever works for you. 2 more. Feeling that in the back here of that glute. 1 more. Good, hope you guys have some good music going on. And now let's go to the left side. So we step forward, find your balance, back. Yes, step forward and back. Center of gravity right here, your belly button. One of the guys that I watch a lot of his educational things calls it your beacon of light. Your belly button shines your direction, where you're going, your beacon of light. So chew on that one a little bit, see if you like that. 4, and 3. His name is Chuck Wolf, by the way. Just in case you want to look him up. Last one. Okay, and now we go our diagonals, so we're going at 2 and 4 o'clock. Step out, back in, back. That's it. Forward and back. Forward and back. And this knee's just staying soft. Using that resistance. You could do this standing at a bar. And so you keep this leg totally straight. And you could do it like this too if that knee is really bothering you. I want to make sure I'm giving lots of options for my knee people. 5 more. 4 more. Whew. Last 3. Hang in 2. And final 1. Bring it back in. We march it out. Left side, strong side. Home stretch. Here we go. Take it out. Diagonal, back diagonal. Front diagonal, back diagonal. Front diagonal, back diagonal. You can feel those bands right around my quads. Oh yeah, and my glutes are working. You guys are killing this workout. I know you are. How about 5? And 4. And 3. Last 2. And final 1. Oh, wonderful job, you guys. Bring it in. We're going to take this band off. And just to get some nice stretching in, kind of walk those legs out and in for a second, shaking those quads out a bit. Maybe give them a little bit of percussion here, a little tapping. Okay, now I'm going to take my right leg, cross it over my left, and then my right arm is going to come across my body into this lateral flexion here. And you feel that here in that hip. Stretching. And then bring it back up. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach, but it's like, I hope not. We go over to the other side. I'm tempted to want to rotate this way, but I'm going to bring this hip back and go here. Fantastic. And then bring it all the way back up again. Nice. Okay, feet are going to plant out. We're going to bring our arms up overhead, flat back, bring those fingertips forward, and then dropping down here. Let the head come down, soften through the shoulders. Good, we're going to walk our hands over to the right side. Maybe start to come around the outside of that toe if you can reach it. Blocks would be good here too if you can't reach the floor. And then walk around to the left side, spiraling at that pelvis there. Shoulders are down and back. Good breath. I'm just trying to get a little more stretch into those hips after we've done what we've done to them, and the hamstrings. Good. Okay, now walk your feet out a little bit more. Bring your hips down and take your elbows into your thighs, and we're just going to rock side to side. I love this stretch. It just really opens those hips. Also gives you an opportunity to open the chest. So bring your chest up. Good. Now keep your tail down. Hands come to your knees. We're going to push through the center. Nice rotation. Moving that spine in all different directions. Left side, we rotate. Push this back knee back. So I've got this give and take here. This shoulder comes forward. This knee goes back. This hip opens up. And we come back to the other side. Good. Tucking that tail. Round it all the way back up. Big breath in. I'm so grateful for each of you for going on this brave journey. I hope that you are gaining every day confidence, support, belief, joy, determination. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.